Hey, good evening. Happy New Year. That's right, I actually need to go back on here and almost forgot. I have to go in here and shut off some of my holiday stuff here because I'm done. We're done with the holidays. So let's see. Where is Creator Dashboard? That's right, it's time for resolutions. That's what it is. Alright, so. Where is viewer rewards? Power ups channel points. Sorry about this. Alright, so I do still have this Santa hat. I'm not gonna do my Christmas card. That's done. New Year's painting resolutions. There we go. Okay, I think overtime up. I'm gonna shut off 15 minutes overtime. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on tonight, so it's possible that maybe the I don't know. It's possible that Night Whisper's gonna be doing it. Hey, what's up? I remember when you started with this mini. My kids are still in Pampers. There was a fail. Oh Jesus! Yes, I know it's a really long mini, but I mean that's kind of how it is when you competition paint. Hey Hooper, it was not a competition. I went to a vampire LARP and hung out with friends down in Florida for the weekend. I'll be going back the beginning of March for the March game. It was so wonderful, and I got to spend time at the pool and in a hot tub, and it was just the best. But I had a great time. That was a piece of dowel, and I have no idea from what. Oh well, I think I just threw it out. Alright, so the last time on, I was starting to work on the... Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this before I forget again. I'm going to pull some Berserk Red. I had a ton of fun. It was... Yeah. I don't know, my first competition won't be until the end of February, which is what I'm doing this for. And that competition really is all the work I'm putting into it. This will go to another competition at some point too, but that one's the one that's mainly for is just for 3 or 4 friends of mine, depending on if the 4th person does it. I don't remember what the first color is, but this will work. Because it's definitely one of the colors I used. I think it was the color I used, but I realized I missed the undersides of all those little pieces of armor. Oh yeah, I need water. Fresh water would be helpful. Alright. So I started doing the cloth. I was like, I want to do like a teal green. Well, I did a good job nailing that rock. I feel like once I get the cloth done, that I'll finally be able to see the end of this thing.
Moist.
I'm still debating whether I want to add more sunset back here. I kind of want to leave some of it though, although this is where the sun is right there. So I might actually nail kind of this here. Oh hey there, speaking of which, hey now Whisper, are you streaming tonight? What the hell is my thing still? Oh, I know what it is. Because I accidentally shut off my stream. I'm gonna kill my 5-minute stream there. I believe I screwed up the settings of my camera. Of course, it hides itself underneath my friggin' window all the time. I don't want autofocus. as good as it's gonna get. I never know. It could be my vision too. Planning on it. Good. Probably actually gonna work on a cloud giant. Oh. Oh. I've sort of just been plonking around. Like I got to this part and I go, what color should I make it? And then this is the color I made it. Actually, I think the next color was I was gonna do pure ghoul green from 2 thin coats. This paint is like reaching out of the bottle. So, how was everybody's holiday? Like I said, mine was great. All of mine was great. Christmas was great. New Year's, we had some people over. We had a few people over. And it was fine. I didn't really... I had too much food, but that was beside the point. For the amount of people we had. We only had like 6 people show up. But it was so much fun. Our friend came and ran Zombicide again, Night Whisper. Oh, one other thing. There was supposed to be a paint day this weekend, but I have to change it because... I have a family thing I have to go to now. I didn't find out... Like, it's my mother-in-law's 80th birthday. Not that she really wants to know. Or was the 2nd. So we're going taking her out. And of course they said take her out on next Sunday. It was going to be a stream. Well, I couldn't because we have other relatives that are being considered here. Oh, that's right. There is... Before I actually do this, because I have to do it again. It was great. We're very chill. Painted for the most part. Awesome. I'm bummed though. I'm out of minis to paint. Once I order, take it forever to get. Oh, speaking of which, I do actually have a little. I have a little unboxing. I got my Reaper order of Christmas goodness. You're like, what are you doing? Because I realize there's like a seam here, and this is for competition, so I want to get rid of it. It'll be okay. And there's one here too. Like, I didn't see it till it was painted. Come on, get out of there. That's not helping. This knife needs to be... Let's see if I can get the paint off without scratching my hell out of my hand. Come on. That's why this is really being a pain in the neck in this spot. Alright. Now, I know what color I started with. Exactly! They weren't either. They were not visible until I started. I still don't think I get it all. Until I put that layer of paint on. Then it was, and it's like, well, I'll just trim it down. Yeah, I'll just cut it off. Get out of there. It'll be fine. I do it all the time because you can't see it. I'm excited. You're gonna work on yours tonight. I wonder how everybody else is doing on theirs. You know what she loved her 60th birthday big guest, and no, no, she didn't even really want for it to be acknowledged. Plus, also they can't really drive here. Unfortunately, neither one of their vision is good enough to do a lot of driving any more than around town. So, unfortunately, I think it's still there. I mean, I guess I could take. I like using a knife better than file when it comes to mold lines. So I have no patience whatsoever. Actually, it's probably just as well. This area here needs to kind of be smoothed out a bit. When they were at the front, one of the friends I hung out with this weekend actually probably should watch the stream. He's been very interesting about how I blend, and there's going to be a lot of blending on this. And it's a big thing they actually can look at, but he's probably not in a place he can watch really well at the moment. I caught an edge there too. Like I missed a spot in the air. In fact, it looks like it's not sticking. Reaper bones are kind of a crapshoot to prime, so I don't tend to. I will go over this again. Get that out of there. Now, I remember color 2 was I think I mixed color 2 with color 1 to make a color 2. Oh, a little bit. I'll go a little bit later. I'll usually wait till there's like when I think there's a decent amount of people around. I think this is not bad actually for a Monday right now. But I want to get a little bit worked on this before I do that. So no, my friend who I saw this weekend has an interest in entering, not this year, sadly, when of course I'm going to be there, but although he'll be at a different event. But he has an interest in, actually, he's on our server. Has an interest in going to Adepticon. He's got friends who are trying to convince him to go next year. Which I'm kind of sad because I'm going this year. And he won't be going this year. And I don't think I'm going to Adepticon next year. Like I have a little chip there too. Damn it. Why is this happening? Okay, let's start blending this back in. Spark me seriously. Talk about doing a wedding celebration there this year? This year? Well, I mean, she better be more than talking about it. She better do it. She better be planning it if she's doing it there this year. That'd be awesome, though. Somebody ding. Dirty Tokyo! How are you? How was your holiday? Must have been awesome. You were off traveling. Actually, come to it, I do believe I saw you just before New Year's. And thank you for the sub. Yeah, I think it's like basically what we landed. And then yeah, she gets sick 2 days later. So quiet holiday, also true. Hang on. I'm gonna do what's my sound effects? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a little of applause. Thank you for the sub. You are the first. I should do something because you're the first subscriber of the year. Well, at least the first person that's gone on and said they've subscribed this year. So, thank you so much for starting my year out in a great way. Alright, so I'm going to try to blend this in. I want to do something with this too. It's kind of neat. We might have back-to-back painting of the same thing. But the same purpose, too. Alright, where is... That's in my paint box. I'm gonna grab my white because I see that little... I see a little missing piece there. No, that's not true. I never prime Reaper bones. I prime metals, which you have to. You cannot paint a metal mini without priming it first. It will not stick. If you're gonna, especially if you're gonna use it, which a lot of my minis I do use. Now, I have to kind of handle this mini. Because, it's really too big to go in a holder. So I've been handling this mini. Huh. Where is my blue color? Mostly, yeah. I do seal them. I use, for Reaper Bones, I use dull coat because anything else seems to make them tacky. I tried Army Painter and it totally made it tacky. So I had to reseal a bunch of my minis. Where did I see that? I saw a spot. Didn't look much like the paint had stuck. Reaper tells you don't have to prime them, so. I mean, if you look at my results. What was that spot? I saw a spot that did not look like it got hit. Now I don't see it. Might have been right there. I know, like, I was gonna move on, and now it's like I'm finding all these things I just want to fix. No, don't be. No, no, no. Do not. Don't feel like you're a noob. It's fine. And they're all very fair questions. But yeah. So, especially when we talk about bones. Bones is a great material to work with, especially this newer one. The white is definitely sketchy. But for a very inexpensive miniature, it was fine. But, when it comes, hey, oh, I got some green on the gold. Whoops. But the thing of it is, it's tricky. So the biggest problem with bones is the fact that, or there's a couple issues with it. It's not as floppy anymore. It's definitely the details. It holds details really well. Those are the pluses. It's fairly budget friendly. There's a lot of pluses, but the minus I'd say is, if you prime it, you gotta be really careful. You really should paint on the primer because anything with an aerosol etches into the material and it can cause a chemical reaction when it etches into it, and then your mini becomes tacky and shiny. Now, not as big a problem when you're first working with it, but I've heard even times People painted it and sealed it, and it's still tacky. So I just don't. And then, but if you don't, it's also hydrophobic. So if you have too much water in your paint, it can bubble up. So that's why I'm like, okay, so when you seal it, use dull coat, because for some reason that one just it's there's something in it that doesn't cause that reaction and puts a lovely matte seal to your matte. It's a matte finish on your mini. Now, if you have lots of metallics and shiny things, then you're gonna want, after you put that on, take some paint on um, shiny gloss varnish and paint it on. I swear by that way of doing it. One sec. I will look at chat in a sec. That looks pretty good. Alright, so yeah, bones, many spray primers will partially dissolve the metal. What? I mean, I guess that is partially dissolving at the chemical reaction that makes it tacky. Would make sense. With oils, I like to prime and use Stynylrez res line. The Stynylrez res line from Badger brushes on the bones very well and doesn't react with it. I wonder if you could. You probably can use that sort of thing for acrylics too. So yeah, there's no noob questions here. You're all fine. So it said bones can be tricky. Now, if you're working with metals, with metal minis, you absolutely have to prime. It will not stick. Or it will to a degree, but if you touch it at all, it will just rub right off. So you really need to put a primer in there. A lot of times I will actually paint it on, especially being in New England where winters are cold and it's not optimal to actually prime your minis when it's really cold outside by spraying on them. Then you kind of want to, you actually want to go and, you know, you don't want to prime indoors either. So if you paint it, though, you can prime indoors. So, yep, there you go. Wonder where it said. That's not good either. For some reason, that seems to have rubbed off a little bit. It's rough. I saw that and I'm like, guess that needs to be fixed too. Those little sections kind of bothering me. So basically I'm sort of doing a little... I'm doing a little fix-its here. I gotta go back to my cloth though. So Night Whisper, are you going to do any freehanding on this thing? Hip bones and coat survey is usually fine as long as you put your base coat down without thinning with water. It's a saying. If it's hydrophobic, so yeah, you don't want to thin it with water. I mean, I had probably a little issue with with putting this stuff on. Um, because it seems like I think my wet palette might be adding a lot of water to it too. Um, but if that happens, basically just kind of go over that spot that's not sticking, because eventually the paint will stick because enough of the moisture will evaporate. Yeah, once you get the first coat down, because then you put a barrier between. It's only on the first coat. It's then once you get a barrier down. Actually, I'm gonna use the bigger brush. That was mostly I was using that for the other. All right, so now I'm gonna go to straight color number 2. Oh, it's right. Time is it? 7:42. Maybe I'll wait till the halfway point, and then I'll do my little show and tell of nifty stuff. It's not tons of stuff. Actually, I'm gonna have to pull it open because I need the paint. It's all minis, but especially bones and no prime. Oh, well, that's the thing. Actually, I don't even do that. Believe it or not, I never wash them, and I don't know why. I just don't think of it, and I just kind of have to get started. But yes, that's good advice. And actually, the paint will stick better if you do that. Don't be a me. And honestly, God, there's no actual excuse why I don't do that. Mostly it's just because I don't think about it. So that said, let's see. Don't think you answered my question, Night Whisper. Maybe it's because you're keeping it a secret. Are you gonna freehand this? I'm thinking about it. But once again, that's wartime. Let's test it. Let's see. Rubbing alcohol. You're still not answering my freaking question, man. Does not react with bones. No, it doesn't. I can only confirm it still do this. This is not only. Yeah, no, it doesn't react. But you didn't answer my question. Or you guess you're hiding it. You must be. Let's see, the bones class run. Eventually recommend a quick dunk, rubbing alcohol, get all the mold release. Sorry, I didn't go back far enough. Or maybe you did answer that. Didn't you? I don't think you answered me, and I don't think you're gonna. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do anything free. I always said I'm tempted to do something freehand on this. I'm not gonna do anything super complicated like Gel Tip was doing last year on his Frost Giant, but to me, if you're gonna soak something, put in Pine Sol. Use that to strip your minis. I've never actually stripped a mini. I just can't do it. Once I get started, the only closest thing is that I've occasionally scratched out the eyes. I think at the very least, I'll freehand a little trim on the bottom. It's Greek, so you kind of want to, if I want to do a pattern, it should be a Greek pattern. She's got Greek all over, on her shoulders there, so. Alright, fine, no worries. But you at least answer, where did you leave off on yours? What have you still got left to do? Even if you're not going to tell me whether or not you're going to freehand the cloak. Or the, whatever the hell this thing is. Or did you just run away? It happens on here. We all have lives. We all get called away and whatnot. He snuck away. That's the other thing. I have to figure out if the sunset hits any of this cloth. It may. Her light kind of blocks here. It may here, where I've already got. Yeah, if I position this so that the sun's here and ends there, I probably should actually add some more sunset to her hair. This all in here probably should be. or some of it. I'll take a look at my... I have a photo I did. Yeah, add a little bit. Define this a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have more. I'm going brighter on this cloak too. I keep calling it a cloak, but I'm not sure. Loincloth? I will say this, one of my favorite things to paint is this sort of thing. Folded cloth. Because you can get a lot of bang for your buck. It makes it very easy to figure out how to paint. Alright. Now, I have Phantom Glow, which is a Reaper color. It's going to be my highlight. It's a good teal color. No, I'm just going to pour some right into the other color. I know I said keep the other one pure, but eh. Oh shoot. I got it into another color, so that's kind of running together. Alright, well, I'm just going to say screw it. I'm going to pour the two colors in together at a different point. Come on. School green from two thin coats and that Phantom Glow. Phantom Glow is going to be the final color. Where did everybody go? Where did people go? I was going to do the unboxing. I didn't really advertise I was doing an unboxing anyways. Alright, I'm going to do this color, apply this color on, and then I'm going to unbox stuff. Ah, I didn't wash this brush out enough. I mean, it's not tasting gross, so I got all the paint out of it, but I kind of want a transition color between my highlight color and this color. And the gold green. Just work that in. No, interesting. This song came on and it has the thing. We don't do it because it's easy. We chose to do it because it's hard. I guess you could say that's what I'm doing here with this mini. I chose to do all this stuff because of not because it was easy, because it was a challenge. Do I think it's too hard? I don't know. Time's gonna tell. That's gonna be smooth out there. Now I do need that color by itself. Come on. I know I'm standing it back up, so of course it's falling out to the bottom. I did not want that little bit there. Who is still around? Who's still around right now? I'm still around. You're still around? Oh, you're the one who wanted to see what I bought. Okay, fine. I'm going to do it. Since you are here and you wanted to see about, I think a Night Whisper disappeared for a time being. What did I do with it? Oh, you know what? Screw that. Let's start with the thing. Where's the box? Oh, box right here. It's like I put the right box right next to me. Alright, so I'm going to cut this out of the package. This did not come in the same box because they were sold out. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go look at it for it on eBay and buy it. This one's my favorite thing I think I bought. There we go. Oh, that's right, it's a 3D printed mini. I can see actually the, it's gonna need some cleaning. But the first thing I bought was the Christmas tortoise. So basically it is, he's got a little sand hat and a beard, and he's got like, there's a Christmas tree and there's presents and, oh, a candy cane? And a teddy bear. And a wreath on the back of his shell. It's got a lot, there's gonna be a lot of details. He's really cool. I think I love this. I love this mini. I think you could actually do a lot with it too. There's a lot of things on there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, do I want to take it out of the box? No, I'm gonna leave it in there because it's gonna go, probably gonna go in storage. So then here's the actual, this got here very quickly too. And we're gonna hope all the paints and everything were alright and didn't get too cold. Look, I haven't even hit the seal on it yet, the tape. It's gonna be a lot of paint. Okay, get that side off. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Of course, I got lots of these things that I quietly pop them to put them in the thing. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So, oh my god, Adepticon. Okay, Nerdy Tokyo. What are your thoughts on Adepticon? Now, you asked us in our Discord, what are we taking for classes? And my thing is, beats the frig out of me. I may just wait and see what's left over, see if there's anything I want to take. I honestly don't know. They put this in a big box, but there's a lot, the stuff is actually not taking up a lot of room in this box. Whoops. Okay, let's move her over. Okay, so I got lots of paints. Let's see what's in here. We got Squad Green, which is actually open. That's good. Leather brown. Kraken ink. One of my favorites is Kraken ink. Um, I don't want to just do a ton of classic, do no. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna focus more on hanging out. Oh, they gave me a peppermint white, which I actually have like a bazillion of those. But that was like the bonus color. I don't care, it's bonus paint. Pale olive, because one of the colors I couldn't get. Bone shadow, which I need, and oh, okay, this is not bad. It's a little different, but it's pretty close to Bethylia Mauve, and I can't get Bethylia Mauve, so Icy Violet. I think that's a great color. Is that all the paints? I think that's all the paints. Okay, then I have a bunch of minis. Alright, so this was last month's November's mini. Now, there's a lot of pieces in here. They're all from Reaper. This is an entire order from Reaper Miniatures. I'm putting it the wrong way. MSP Core Colors. So, they're all from... This is my Reaper order, Christmas order. And including the turtle. Alright, so... most of these are replacements for ones I already have. So the first mini is Hiram Hayweather, which was their freebie for November, I believe. And it is, I want to leave it in here, but basically it's a little halfling. He sits in a chair. It's a whole scene. He's got a book with a lamp and such on it, and papers and everything on the floor. It's a really cool model. Not that I'm going to have time to paint it, ever. I like I got green all over me. Okay, so free for December. I don't know what's for January. I didn't look. I think it's up there though by now. They had Gregor the Winter Wizard, which I think that's really cool. Very Russian inspired. And then I got the other new ones. One of the other new ones was the Cramp Pug. It's a Krampus, it's a pug. There's some really good renditions of this. I love this one. I like the new ones they had, so... Alright, I'm gonna get the Bethylium off. That paint is empty. I got my order form. I just wrote I think I wrote Merry Happy Holidays to them in the notes, which didn't get printed on here for some reason. And it says Happy New Year, Benita from the paint department. How sweet. Oh, that's right. There's an exciting mini in here. Okay, let's see. I also bought, this is an older one. I bought Holly the Christmas Elf because I thought she was really cool. The Winter Wizard of 10 looks are cool. These are all friggin' amazing. I mean, and I have others. I also want to do the 3 ghosts. I have the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. I gotta keep that one for last. And then I also got the Santa Shroomy. These are neat. So yeah, I got the 3 new ones they had this year, which is the Turtle Shroom and the Cramp Bug. Oh, and because I lost it, I got myself a new Pokey Tool, the classic one. I got a Pokey Tool. And that's just the skull one. I like this. Very basic, very easy to grab. The one that started all, because unfortunately mine disappeared at Carnage. I have to bring this box downstairs and get rid of it. I don't want to go back to making my office a disaster. And last but not least, it's so cool. So it's another 3D print. It's mini Christmas Rocky. I have all the Rockies. Maybe someday I'll paint them too. I have the brush holder sitting on my desk. I set that up. This kind of reminds me of the brush holder, except for he's holding a present instead of having his 2 hands hold a brush. In fact, I think it might be this. It might be very similar to that model. I love Rockies. I freaking love Rockies. You ever want to give me some? Give me. Well, I have all the Rockies, so actually, probably not a great idea. All right, and then let's see. I also bought a couple of. I went to a sale and bought a couple of minis too, but I actually realized I have it. So I have this. So I might have to do this as a giveaway or something someday. But I have Zotzvik the Dwarf Krampus. He was one that was out this year. But I got him on sale at a Black Friday sale. What else did I grab? Oh yeah, I got Leprechaun. Ooh, more Leprechauns. Because I have a bunch of Leprechauns. These are old. See, now these are the ones you need to prime. Just so you know. Metallic ones. You need to prime those. I think I'm just going to throw these back in the bag. And then I got the Naiad. I've painted her, and she's really fun to paint. I was like, I'm going to get her on sale. So that's my order. I'm just going to toss all these in my bag. Oh no. Or on the floor. Except for this. I'm going to keep my cookie tool because I'm going to probably put it in my box. Or maybe I'll stick it to my wall. I have all my pokey tools on my wall. I remember what it was. I can't get any more Grave Gloom, but I got Pale Olive. It's still not, it's not quite the same. But I ran out of that, so. Most of these I know are pretty empty. Alright. Kraken ink. I think I might have. I don't know if I already got rid of it or not, but. Bone Shadow, I know I still have more. Icy Violet, because I just got rid of Bethyllium Mauve. Leather Brown, Peppermint White. I'm going to put in my closet. Alright, so back to this. Alright, so now I'm going to pour out some pure Phantom Glow. It's great with Reaper, and the thing is, so in order to get your best bang for your buck for Reaper, is you really have to order until you can get to free shipping. I mean, they're gonna charge you $10 for shipping, so if you've ordered $50, might as well get that 60 and get the free. See, if you get 40, you get a free mini, and then you wanna go for the free shipping. It's worth it. I'd rather have the merch than pay for shipping. More merch is good. Well, maybe it's not. Actually, what am I saying? So sometimes when I blend, I'll just take a wet brush and just kind of feather it in. Or I'll take the next color up and wet blend it in. Come on. Actually, I wish Gamer DJ would pop on. Because I want to tell him I bought him something from my little trip. I might go even lighter. Another little trick. I didn't even think about this. Another little trick too to. You will leave off more paint. You leave off more paint when you pick up your brush and when you put it down to a degree, but I feel like you leave even more when you pick it up. So start in the area, if anything, start in the area, or you do with the glaze, actually do a little curvy thing. Right now I'm just going along the lines, okay? Actually, if I put it this way. So yeah, I'll have more here. I see this. I think what it is I'm gonna have to add some blue here for hair. Because it ends here. And actually do it so this is, so that, pointing at our boob. But basically these sunspots are where the sun is. So the reality is I probably should just make all this sunny. The rest of this is pretty good. This is good right here. I'll need to add sun here. Maybe make this more the armor color here, which is silver. I'm gonna adjust this. I'm gonna have to adjust this. We're gonna just go. We have a good place to post a picture of a mini. Getting to ask for color suggestions. The suggestion thread. What the hell is it called? What the frick is that called? I'll go to my Discord here. Why did I get 10 friggin' notifications? Oh, probably because I did it. Alright, so my thing, what the hell is it called? You'd think I would know. Painting advice column. Put it in there and then ask for advice. It's like I've got 9 notifications on Discord. But I think it's all because I restarted my stream. I think I did it to myself. I was freezing downstairs and now I'm like warm enough I'm guzzling down my soda. I might leave this. I think that's more or less okay. I could bring it. I'm gonna have to think about it. I want to make sure I get this right. And as I said, I think I'm gonna have to get. So if I'm looking directly here, you can see this here can be seen. A little bit of this can. I'm debating whether I want to actually change that. I think maybe add a little bit, maybe go more orangey in here. It's sort of in shadow because it's in shadow by her body. I could add a little. Like her leg would definitely be blocking some here. You might actually have to add a shadow. This is the most friggin' difficult mini I've ever done. At least the one I've put the most thought into. I feel like this is not too bad. I could add a little sunset, but I think I kind of like this. It's not really in the sun. I also have a photo I can reference too. Go Brighton. Just along the bottom of this. I'll put that in the wrong color paint. Now, one thing usually I give advice for like painting, you know, how far should I go when I'm painting highlights? Go as far as you think it looks normal. Use your instincts. Like, that's not coming out the way I want it to. Okay, that's better. Well, anyways, you're very welcome. I did actually see that, but for some reason I did not respond. By the way, Hooper, if you have any questions you want to ask me right now, please feel free to ask me questions about whatever it is you posted. Set color suggestions. So pick something that makes you happy on something. And then a little color, knowing a little color theory will go a long way. A little basic color theory. Color theory is actually not too difficult. Just go online, look for a color wheel, you know, online color, or an online basic color theory. Just Google it. It's, that being bad. That's pretty much. Sometimes, like, if I'm stuck at something, I try to pick something that's a complement to something else. Now, I've did this green because I know this green goes actually really good with the oranges on here. And it doesn't, I don't think it really clashes with the blue. I can actually add some blue into the shadows to, maybe I will. Maybe I'll actually add some blue into these shadows. I have like this sky shadow. Also, I was like this theory that if you know, make your shadows all similar, like the same color, and it'll help tie it together. I agree with that. So I have this sky shadow, and that's where a lot of my shadow is. It's cool, so it'll recede more. The green is cool too. But the blue may be even more cool. Because the green has yellow in it. Might deepen the shadows a little bit too on this. One thing about competition painting, I will say, is contrast to your friends. I find a lot of painters don't contrast enough. It's a miniature. You want the details to pop. And the way you make the details, the main way you do it is by contrast.